Welcome, dear listener. Tonight we invite you to step gently into the ancient lands of Elam, a place of temples, gardens, and forgotten wisdom. If you enjoy journeys like this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, Forgotten Hours, and share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Your support helps us continue weaving these timeless stories. Now, take a deep breath, relax, and let us begin our story together. Chapter 1: Under the Silent Stars of Chokazanbil. You walk slowly beneath the silent stones of the ziggurat. Your feet touch the ancient earth softly, gently, as if you are floating on a cloud of time itself. The night sky spreads above you like a vast blanket of deep indigo velvet, studded with countless stars that have watched over this sacred place for more than 3,000 years. You breathe in and breathe out. The air is cool and sweet, carrying the faint scent of jasmine from distant gardens and the earthy smell of clay bricks that have weathered centuries of seasons. A ziggurat of Chogazanbil rises before you, its stepped sides climbing toward the heavens like a mountain built by human hands. Each level smaller than the one below, creating a gentle pyramid that seems to touch the very stars themselves. You move closer, your steps barely making a sound on the smooth stones. These bricks were laid by the Elamite king Untashnaparisha more than 1,300 years before the birth of Christ. Each one carefully shaped, carefully placed, with love and devotion to the god in Shushanak. The ancient builders worked under skies just like this, with the same constellations watching over their labor, the same gentle breeze cooling their brows as they raised this sacred structure, stone by stone, breath by breath. You place your hand gently against the ziggurat's wall. The bricks are warm, still holding the heat of the day's sun, though night has fallen soft and deep around you. You can almost hear the whispers of ancient prayers, floating on the night air like invisible butterflies. Prayers spoken in the Elamite tongue, words of gratitude, words of wonder, words of peace. The stars above shine down, the same stars that guided Elamite merchants along the trade routes, the same stars that blessed their harvest festivals, the same stars that watched over sleeping children in the ancient city of Shush, just as they watch over you now. You begin to walk slowly around the base of the ziggurat, following the path that pilgrims have walked for thousands of years. Your footsteps create a gentle rhythm, soft, steady, like a heartbeat, like breathing, like the eternal pulse of time itself. The night is so quiet, so peaceful, that you can hear the smallest sounds. The whisper of wind through ancient doorways, the soft settling of stones, the distant hoot of an owl calling from the darkness. As you walk, you notice small alcoves built into the ziggurat walls, places where oil lamps once flickered, casting dancing shadows on carved reliefs, illuminating the faces of gods and kings, of worshippers with hands raised in prayer. Though the lamps are dark now, you can imagine their gentle glow, warm and golden, creating circles of light in the vast darkness, like small suns, like captured stars. The ziggurat was not just a building, but a bridge between earth and sky, a place where the ancient Elamites could climb closer to their gods, step by step, level by level, their prayers rising with their feet, their spirits lifting with each upward movement. You continue your slow walk, feeling the weight of history, but not as a burden, rather as a gentle blanket, wrapping you in the comfort of continuity, of human hands that built, human hearts that hoped, human voices that sang beneath these very stars. The bricks beneath your feet have supported countless pilgrims, countless seekers, countless dreamers, all walking the same path you walk now, all breathing the same sacred air, all finding peace in the shadow of this ancient mountain of faith. You pause and look up at the ziggurat's highest level, where a temple once stood, dedicated to Inshushinak, the great god who protected the Elamite people, who watched over their cities, who blessed their crops, who guarded their dreams. The temple is gone now, returns to dust and memory, but somehow, in the gentle night, you can almost see it, almost feel its presence, like a ghost of devotion, still blessing this sacred space. A soft breeze stirs around you, carrying the scent of sage and rosemary, herbs that grow wild in the surrounding landscape, herbs that the ancient Elamites knew well, used in their cooking, their medicine, their ceremonies. You breathe deeply, letting the fragrant air fill your lungs, feeling it calm your mind, slow your thoughts, ease your spirit into the rhythm of this timeless place. The stars wheel slowly overhead, following their ancient paths, the same paths they traced when Elamite astronomers studied the heavens, when priests calculated the best times for planting, for harvesting, for celebrating the cycles of life. You think of those ancient stargazers, standing perhaps in this very spot, looking up at the same constellations, feeling the same sense of wonder, the same peaceful connection to something vast and eternal. The great bear, the hunter, the swan, all watching over you, all part of the great celestial dance that has continued unbroken since the beginning of time. Your walk around the ziggurat continues, unhurried, untroubled, each step a meditation, each breath a prayer, each moment a gift of perfect peace. The ancient Elamites believed that ziggurats were cosmic mountains, places where heaven and earth touched, where the divine could descend, where mortals could ascend, where all boundaries dissolved in sacred unity. You feel this sacred energy now, gentle, subtle, like warm honey flowing through your veins, like golden light filling your heart, like starlight settling in your bones. The ziggurat seems to breathe with you, its ancient stones expanding and contracting gently, in perfect harmony with your own breathing, creating a rhythm, a pulse, a shared heartbeat between you and this monument to faith. Time moves differently here, slowly, dreamlike, as if each moment stretches like honey, sweet and golden, flowing without urgency, without destination, simply flowing. You notice other pilgrims from long ago, their shadows seeming to walk beside you, peaceful spirits, fellow seekers, all united in this eternal walk around the sacred mountain, all part of an unbroken chain of reverence, of wonder, of quiet joy. The Elamite civilization lasted for nearly 3,000 years, from about 3200 BCE to 539 BCE. Generation after generation, century after century, always returning to this sacred place, always finding peace in its shadow. Kings and farmers, priests and artisans, mothers and children, all walked where you walk now. All found the same peace you find. All felt the same gentle embrace of the eternal. As you complete your slow circuit of the ziggurat, you feel yourself becoming part of this timeless procession. Not a visitor, but a participant. Not an observer, but a celebrant. In the ongoing ceremony of human faith, human hope, human peace. The night deepens around you, but you feel no darkness, only the gentle embrace of rest, of quietude, of sacred space where all worldly concerns dissolve like morning mist. The ancient bricks seem to glow with their own inner light, soft, warm, welcoming, as if they remember every prayer, every offering, every moment of devotion that has blessed this place. You feel your eyelids growing heavy, your breathing becoming deeper, slower, more peaceful, as the ancient stones sing their silent lullaby, their wordless song of comfort, of safety, of eternal rest. The stars continue their slow dance overhead, weaving patterns of light and shadow, creating a canopy of peace above you, a celestial blanket under which you can rest and dream and find the deepest peace. Your footsteps grow lighter, softer, until you seem to float rather than walk, carried by the gentle spirit of this sacred place, supported by the love of countless pilgrims who have found peace here before you. The ziggurat rises beside you, steady, eternal, unchanging, a monument to the human desire to reach towards something greater, to find meaning, to discover peace, to touch the infinite. And as you walk and breathe and feel the ancient peace settling in your heart, you know that you are part of something beautiful, something eternal, something that connects you to every human who has ever looked up at the stars and felt the wonder and found the peace. The night embraces you. The stones support you. The stars bless you. And the eternal rhythm of this sacred place carries you gently, softly, peacefully into the realm of dreams, where ancient Elam waits, ready to share its secrets, its wisdom, its perfect, eternal peace. Chapter 2: The Potter's Wheel and the Scent of Clay. You drift away from the ziggurat, following a path of smooth stones that leads toward the ancient city of Susa. Your feet find the way easily, naturally, as if this path remembers you, as if you have walked it many times before, in dreams, in other lives, in the collective memory of all who have sought peace in this sacred land. The night air grows warmer as you approach the city, carrying new scents, new sounds, new whispers of the past. You hear it first, a soft, rhythmic sound, like a gentle heartbeat, like breathing, like the turning of the world itself, the sound of pottery wheels turning slowly, steadily, in workshops that exist now only in memory, but whose echoes linger in the night air, like music, like prayer, like the eternal rhythm of creation. You follow the sound, drawn by its gentle cadence, its peaceful repetition, its promise of simple, honest, beautiful work. The ancient city of Susa spreads before you, its mud brick houses glowing softly in the starlight, its narrow streets winding like gentle streams, its workshops and courtyards filled with the quiet presence of master craftsmen from long ago. You enter a potter's workshop, stepping through a doorway that frames the night like a window into the past. The workshop is dim, lit only by the soft glow of a charcoal brazier, its embers pulsing gently like tiny stars, like fireflies, like the slow breath of sleeping peace. At the center of the workshop sits a potter's wheel, ancient, beautiful, made of stone worn smooth by countless hands, countless hours, countless moments of patient creation. You approach the wheel slowly, reverently, feeling the weight of tradition, the presence of all the potters who have sat here before, their hands shaping clay, their hearts shaping beauty, their spirits shaping peace. The wheel turns slowly, moved by invisible hands, guided by the memory of master craftsmen, whose skill passed from father to son, from mother to daughter, from heart to heart. Through generations of gentle dedication, you watch the wheel turn, and your breathing matches its rhythm. Slow, steady, peaceful, like the turning of seasons, like the flow of rivers, like the eternal cycle of creation and rest. On a shelf nearby, you see vessels of every shape and size, jars for storing grain, bowls for serving food, cups for drinking water, each one shaped with love, each one beautiful in its simplicity, each one a prayer made manifest in clay. The Elamites were master potters, their skills renowned throughout the ancient world, their vessels traded along routes that stretched from the Persian Gulf to the mountains of Zagros, carrying not just clay, but beauty, but hope, but the peaceful spirit of their creators. You reach out and touch one of the vessels, feeling its smooth surface, its perfect curves, its gentle weight. The clay is cool, soothing, like water, like silk, like the touch of a kind hand. The potter's tools lie nearby, simple, elegant, worn smooth by use. A wooden rib for shaping, a wire for cutting, a sponge for smoothing, each one an extension of the craftsman's heart, each one a bridge between vision and reality. You pick up a small piece of clay, feeling its softness, its willingness to become whatever you imagine. It is damp, cool, alive with possibility, ready to be shaped by gentle hands, by patient hearts, by loving spirits. The clay comes from the banks of the Karun River, the lifeblood of ancient Elam, mixed with just the right amount of sand, tempered with crushed pottery from older vessels, creating a material that is both new and ancient, both fresh and eternal. You roll the clay gently between your palms, feeling it warm to your touch, feeling it respond to your gentleness, becoming soft, becoming smooth, becoming ready for the wheel. You sit beside the potter's wheel, your hands resting lightly on your knees, watching the invisible craftsman work, seeing the clay rise, seeing it fall, seeing it take shape according to an ancient rhythm, an eternal pattern, a divine plan. The wheel turns, and with each revolution, you feel your own tensions dissolving, your own worries melting away, your own spirit becoming as soft, as malleable, as peaceful as the clay itself. The workshop fills with the scent of earth, of rain, of growing things. The clay carries within it the memory of riverbanks, of fertile fields, of seasons of plenty, when the Elamite farmers celebrated their harvests, when their children played in the mud, when their poets sang of the earth's generosity. You close your eyes and listen to the wheel turning, feeling its rhythm in your heartbeat, in your breathing, in the gentle pulse of blood through your veins. The sound becomes a lullaby, soft, hypnotic, carrying you deeper into peace, deeper into rest, deeper into the timeless tranquility of creation. You imagine the ancient potters sitting where you sit now, their hands moving with practiced grace, their minds clear, their hearts open, their spirits connected to the clay, to the wheel, to the eternal dance of creation. They worked not just to make vessels, but to make beauty, to make peace, to make something that would outlast their own brief lives, something that would carry their love into the future, their hope into tomorrow, their peace into the hearts of all who would touch their work. The clay on the wheel grows taller, taking the shape of a vessel, a jar, a cup, something simple, something beautiful, something that will hold water, hold grain, hold the precious gifts of the earth. You feel yourself becoming like the clay, soft, responsive, open to being shaped by the gentle hands of peace, by the loving touch of rest, by the eternal wheel of tranquility. The brazier glows softly in the corner, its light dancing on the workshop walls, creating gentle shadows, warm, comforting, like the shadows cast by a campfire, by a hearth, by the eternal flame of home. The scent of burning charcoal mixes with the scent of clay, creating an aroma that is both ancient and timeless, both earthy and divine, a perfume of simple pleasures, of honest work, of peaceful hearts. You hear other sounds now, a gentle splash of water in the potter's basin, the soft scrape of tools on clay, the quiet breathing of concentrated work, all blending into a symphony of creation, a music of peace, a song of rest. The ancient Elamites believed that clay was a gift from the gods, that shaping it was a form of prayer, that every vessel created was a blessing, both for the maker and for all who would use it, a blessing that multiplied with each touch, each use, each moment of service. You understand this now, feeling the clay in your own hands, feeling its willingness to become, its eagerness to serve, its readiness to be transformed by love, by patience, by gentle care. The workshop seems to expand around you, growing larger, more spacious, filled with the presence of all the potters who have worked here, their spirits lingering like incense, their love remaining like warmth, their peace settling like a blessing on your shoulders. You feel their hands guiding yours, their knowledge flowing into your fingers, their calm filling your heart as you learn the ancient rhythms, the eternal patterns. The sacred dance of clay and wheel and human spirit. The vessel on the wheel grows more beautiful with each turn, its walls thin but strong, its shape graceful but practical, its surface smooth but alive with the marks of loving hands. You breathe with the wheel, your breath matching its rotation, your heartbeat following its rhythm, your spirit spinning with its eternal turning, round and round, peaceful and calm, gentle and eternal. The night deepens around the workshop, but inside there is only warmth, only light, only the gentle glow of creative peace, the sacred fire of making beauty, the eternal flame of human hands working in harmony with divine clay. You feel yourself becoming part of a wheel, part of the clay, part of the eternal process of creation, not as maker, but as participant, not as observer, but as celebrant in the endless dance of becoming. The scent of clay fills your nostrils, earthy, clean, alive, connecting you to the soil of ancient Elam, to the rivers that nourished it, to the hands that shaped it, to the hearts that loved it. Your eyelids grow heavy. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your body relaxes into the rhythm of the wheel, into the peace of the workshop, into the eternal calm of creation. The potter's wheel turns and turns and turns, carrying you with it into deeper peace, into perfect rest, into the gentle dreams where clay becomes poetry, where wheels become prayers, where ancient Elam lives forever, in the timeless realm of perfect peace. And still the wheel turns, gentle, eternal, peaceful, as your consciousness drifts, soft as clay, smooth as a well-thrown pot, beautiful as the ancient vessels that still hold the dreams, the hopes, the perfect peace of the Elamite heart. Chapter 3. Sacred Gardens and the Music of Reeds. You leave the potter's workshop, drifting like a gentle breeze, following the soft sound of flowing water. Your feet carry you along pathways lined with ancient stones, worn smooth by countless pilgrims, countless dreamers, countless souls seeking the peace that flows like honey through this sacred land. The sound grows clearer, more beautiful, more welcoming as you approach the banks of the Karun River, the eternal waterway that has nourished the land of Elam for thousands upon thousands of years. The river flows in the darkness, its surface catching fragments of starlight, like scattered diamonds, like liquid music, like the gentle laughter of ancient gods, pleased with their creation, pleased with the peace it brings to weary hearts. You come to the sacred gardens planted by Elamite kings, tended by devoted gardeners, blessed by priests, watered by the pure flow of the Karun, where flowers bloom eternal, in the garden of memory, in the paradise of peace. The gardens spread before you. Even in darkness, you can sense their beauty, their abundance, their gentle welcome. Paths wind between raised beds, where vegetables once grew, where fruit trees once flourished, where herbs once perfumed the air with their healing presence. You enter the garden slowly, breathing deeply, tasting the sweet air, feeling the soft earth beneath your feet, the earth that has been blessed by centuries of gentle rain, of careful tending, of loving hands. Date palms rise around you, their fronds whispering secrets to the night wind, their trunks strong and graceful, providing shelter, providing shade, providing the sweet fruit that sustained the Elamite people through seasons of feast, and seasons of trial. The ancient gardeners knew every plant, every season, every need. They worked with the river's rhythm, planting when the waters rose, harvesting when they receded, always in harmony, always in balance, always in peace. You find a stone bench placed beside a reflecting pool, where lotus flowers once bloomed, where fish once swam in silver schools, where the moon's reflection once danced, in the gentle water, in the peaceful nights, in the eternal present of sacred time. You sit on the bench, feeling its cool surface, worn smooth by countless visitors, countless dreamers, countless souls who found rest here, in the garden of peace, in the sanctuary of growing things, in the temple of green and flowing life. The sound of the river is closer now, a gentle murmur, a liquid psalm, flowing over stones polished by centuries of current, carrying silt from distant mountains, carrying nutrients to waiting fields, carrying the eternal gift of life. And then you hear it, soothed at first, then clearer, the music of reeds. Someone is playing a ney, the ancient reed flute of Persia, its voice floating on the night air, pure, haunting, beautiful, like the call of birds, like the whisper of wind, like the breath of sleeping gods. The melody is simple, ancient, peaceful. A tune that has been played for thousands of years, in gardens like this, beside rivers like this, under stars like these, carrying the same message, the same blessing, the same gift of perfect peace. You listen, and your breathing matches the rhythm of the flute. Your heartbeat follows its gentle cadence. Your spirit dances to its eternal song. A song without words, but full of meaning, full of peace, full of the deepest rest. The musician sits somewhere in the garden, invisible but present, like the voice of the garden itself, like the song of the river, like the prayer of the growing plants, offering music, offering beauty, offering the gift of shared peace. The ney's voice speaks of longing, but longing satisfied, of searching, but searching completed, of journey, but journey ended, in the perfect garden, beside the perfect river, under the perfect stars, in the perfect peace of sacred time. Other instruments join the melody, soft, subtle, a dulcimer's gentle chiming, a drum's quiet heartbeat, the whisper of finger cymbals, creating a symphony, a prayer in music, a lullaby for the soul. The Elamites loved music, used it in their worship, in their celebrations, in their daily work. Music was the thread that wove their community together, the voice that expressed their deepest feelings, the language that spoke to their gods. You feel this ancient music flowing through you, connecting you to generations of listeners, of musicians, of hearts that opened to beauty, of spirits that danced to the eternal rhythm. of souls that found peace in sacred song. The garden seems to pulse with the music, the plants swaying gently, the water rippling in time, the very air moving to the ancient rhythms, creating a living mandala, a breathing prayer, a growing song of peace. Pomegranate trees stand in rows, their fruit heavy and sweet, their leaves rustling softly. In ancient Elam, the pomegranate was a symbol of abundance, of fertility, of the endless generosity of the earth. Each seed a promise, each fruit a blessing, each tree a prayer made manifest. You smell the fragrance of night-blooming jasmine, of roses that bloom only in darkness, of herbs whose perfume rises with the dew, filling the air with sweetness, with peace, with the gentle chronos of rest. A fountain plays somewhere in the garden, its water cascading in gentle stages, from pool to pool, creating its own music, its own rhythm, its own contribution to the symphony of peace. The water catches starlight, scatters it, sends it dancing in silver coins across the garden paths. You rise from the bench and walk deeper into the garden, following the paths that wind between raised beds, between fruit trees, between pools where water lilies sleep. Their petals closed, their hearts dreaming, until the sun returns to wake them. The irrigation channels flow quietly beside the paths, carrying river water to every corner of the garden, ensuring that every plant receives its blessing, every flower its drink, every tree its life. The ancient Elamites were masters of irrigation, turning desert into paradise, turning dry land into flowing abundance. You kneel beside one of the channels and cup the cool water in your hands, drinking slowly, tasting the sweetness of the Quran, the purity of mountain snow, the blessing of ancient engineers who planned these waterways, who dug these channels, who brought life to the garden. Drop by drop, dream by dream, the water is cool on your lips, refreshing, purifying, washing away all tiredness, all worry, all anything that is not peace, leaving only clarity, only calm, only the gentle flow of perfect rest. You continue walking, following the water, following the music, following the gentle paths that lead deeper into peace, deeper into rest, deeper into the eternal garden where time moves slowly, where breath comes easily, where hearts find their rhythm. Grapevines climb wooden trellises, their leaves forming natural canopies, their clusters of fruit hanging heavy and dark, sweet with the promise of wine, of celebration, of joy, of the simple pleasures that make life beautiful, that make existence a gift, that make each moment a blessing. The ancient Elamites cultivated more than 40 different types of grapes, each variety perfect for its purpose, some for eating fresh, some for drying into raisins, some for making wine. each one a testament to patience, to skill, to the gentle art of working with nature rather than against it. You pause beneath a grape arbor, looking up through the leaves at the stars, seeing them framed in green, like jewels set in living crowns, like blessings scattered across the gentle ceiling of night. The music of the reeds continues, joined now by the gentle splash of the fountain, the whisper of leaves, the soft murmur of water in the channels, all blending into a lullaby, a song of sleep, a melody of perfect peace. You find a grove of fig trees, their broad leaves creating a natural pavilion, their fruit sweet and abundant, hanging like small lanterns in the darkness. In ancient texts, figs symbolized peace, prosperity. The sweetness of life lived in harmony with the earth, with the seasons, with the eternal rhythms of growth and rest. Under the fig trees, you discover a small shrine, simple, beautiful, carved from a single block of stone, worn smooth by weather, by time, by the touch of countless hands seeking blessing, seeking peace, seeking connection to the divine. The shrine is dedicated to Napurisha, the great god of the Elamites, protector of the sacred grove, guardian of growing things, blessing the gardens, blessing the harvest, blessing all who tend the earth with love. Before the shrine, offerings of fruit, of flowers, of grain, left by pilgrims from centuries past, blessed by time, transformed by devotion, into symbols of gratitude, of peace, of the eternal connection between human hearts and divine grace. You sit before the shrine, feeling its ancient peace, its timeless blessing, its gentle protection. The stone seems to glow with inner light, warm, welcoming, like a hearth, like a mother's embrace, like the eternal flame of divine love. The music grows softer, more distant, more like a memory of music, a dream of melody, floating on the night air like petals, like prayer, like the gentle breath of sleeping gods. Your eyes grow heavy, your body relaxes, your spirit settles into the perfect peace of the sacred garden, where water flows eternally, where music plays forever, where the ancient Elamites still tend their plants, still offer their prayers, still share their peace. The irrigation channels continue their gentle song, carrying life, carrying blessing, carrying the eternal gift of flowing water, flowing music, flowing peace, from the heart of the garden to the heart of your dreams. And the reeds play on, soft, eternal, beautiful, their music weaving through your consciousness, like silver threads, like golden light, like the gentle current of the Karun River, carrying you, blessing you, bringing you into the perfect peace of sacred sleep, of holy rest, of the eternal garden, where all souls find their home. Chapter 4. the eternal flame in the temple. You rise from the sacred garden, feeling lighter, more peaceful, as if the music of the reeds has lifted something heavy from your heart, something unnecessary, something that was never truly yours to carry. You follow a path of polished stones, each one placed with precision, with devotion, with the careful attention that the ancient Elamites brought to every sacred task, every holy work, every offering to the divine. The path leads upward, gently, gradually, toward a temple that glows softly in the darkness, its walls catching starlight, reflecting moonbeams, radiating the warm presence of the eternal flame that burns within. This is the temple of Inshushinak, the great god of Elam, protector of the city, guardian of justice, keeper of the sacred fire that has burned without interruption for over 1,000 years. A flame that connects earth to heaven, mortal time to eternal time, human hearts to divine peace. You approach the temple entrance, walking between columns carved with intricate patterns, spirals, flowers, vines, all celebrating the endless creativity of divine love, the infinite beauty of sacred art, the eternal dance of form and spirit. The doorway is tall, graceful, framed with stones that seem to glow with their own inner light, carved with cuneiform inscriptions, prayers in the ancient Elamite script, words of welcome, words of blessing, words that speak of peace to all who enter with pure hearts. You pause at the threshold, feeling the significance of this moment, this crossing, this step from the outer world into the sacred space, where time moves differently, where breath comes easier, where hearts find their deepest rest. You step inside and immediately feel the warmth, the gentle embrace of sacred fire, the blessing of eternal flame that has burned here since the time of King Untash-na-Perisha, fed by generations of priests, tended by devoted hands, protected by loving hearts. The temple interior is spacious, serene, filled with the soft golden light of the eternal flame. The walls are covered with reliefs, telling stories of the gods, of kings, of ordinary people finding extraordinary peace in the presence of the divine, in the blessing of sacred fire, in the comfort of eternal love. The flame burns at the center of the temple in a bronze brazier crafted by master smiths, decorated with scenes of nature, of celebration, of the endless cycle of seasons, all blessed by fire, all sanctified by light, all made sacred by the presence of divine peace. You approach the flame slowly, reverently, feeling its warmth on your face, its light in your eyes, its peace in your heart. This is not ordinary fire. but sacred fire, fed by special woods, blessed by ancient prayers, tended with devotion that spans centuries. The priests of Inshushinak maintained this flame day and night, season after season, year after year, never letting it die, never letting its light fade, never letting its warmth diminish. It was the heart of the temple, the center of worship, the eternal presence of the God among his people. You kneel before the flame, feeling its gentle heat, seeing its dancing light, hearing its soft whisper, as the fire consumes the sacred woods, as it transforms matter into light, as it demonstrates the eternal mystery of spirit dwelling in form, of infinite dwelling in finite, of eternal dwelling in time. The flame dances, never still, never the same, yet always constant, always present, always offering its gift of light, of warmth, of peace. Like the divine itself, ever changing, ever constant, ever loving, ever peaceful. Around the brazier, offering bowls hold frankincense, myrrh, precious woods, aromatic resins, all gifts from distant lands, all brought by grateful pilgrims, all offered with love, all consumed by the sacred fire, all transformed into sweet smoke, into rising prayers, into ascending peace. You breathe the sacred smoke, letting it fill your lungs, letting it calm your mind, letting it carry your own unspoken prayers upward toward the gods, toward the source of all peace, toward the heart of divine love. The smoke rises in gentle spirals, creating patterns in the air, mandalas of mist, prayers made visible, carrying the hopes, the gratitude, the deep peace of all who worship here, all who seek blessing, all who find rest in the presence of eternal flame. The temple walls are carved with scenes of the Elamite paradise, gardens where trees bear fruit eternally, rivers that flow with milk and honey, mountains where gods and mortals feast together, in perfect harmony, in endless celebration, in the eternal peace that awaits all faithful hearts. You study these carvings, following the stories they tell of a king who built gardens for his people, of a goddess who blessed the harvest, of a priest who kept the flame burning through 40 years of war, all testaments to faith, to devotion, to the power of peace to overcome all obstacles. In one relief, you see musicians playing before the gods, their instruments the same ones you heard in the garden, the ney, the dulcimer, the gentle drums, all offering music, offering beauty, offering the gift of human creativity to the divine recipients who cherish every note, every rhythm, every moment of sacred song. Another carving shows the royal gardens of Shush with their irrigation channels, their fruit trees, their flower beds, all perfectly maintained, all abundantly blessed, all demonstrating the Elamite belief that paradise is not a distant promise, but a present possibility for those who tend their hearts as carefully as they tend their gardens. You move to an alcove where votive offerings rest, small clay tablets inscribed with prayers, with gratitude, with the hopes of ordinary people, farmers praying for rain, mothers praying for their children, travelers praying for safe journeys, all finding voice, finding hope, finding peace in the presence of eternal flame. The tablets are written in cuneiform, the ancient wedge-shaped script, pressed into clay when it was soft, fired in kilns until it became eternal, preserving the prayers, preserving the hopes, preserving the peace of hearts that beat 3,000 years ago, but whose love, whose faith, whose peace continues to bless this sacred space. You run your fingers gently over one of the tablets, feeling the wedge marks, feeling the devotion of the hands that made them, feeling the connection across centuries, across cultures, across the vast ocean of time that separates you from and connects you to the ancient believers who found the same peace in the same flame, in the same sacred space. The eternal flame flickers, casting dancing shadows on the temple walls, creating a light show, a shadow play, a gentle entertainment for peaceful hearts. The shadows move like dancers, like birds, like the gentle gestures of prayer, all blessed by fire, all made beautiful by sacred light. You feel your own shadow dancing with the others, moving in the rhythm of the flame, participating in the eternal dance of light and darkness, of form and emptiness, of mortal and divine, all unified, all peaceful, all part of the same sacred celebration. The warmth of the flame seems to penetrate your very bones, melting tension, dissolving worry, transforming all anxiety into calm, all restlessness into peace, all confusion into clarity. You feel yourself becoming like the flame, warm, bright, peaceful, eternal. Priests' robes hang on wooden pegs, simple garments made of white linen, clean, pure, ready for the morning prayers, for the daily tending of the flame, for the eternal service of keeping the light alive, keeping the peace flowing, keeping the connection strong between heaven and earth. The robes seem to glow in the firelight, as if they too are blessed, as if they too participate in the sacred work, as if the very fabric holds the devotion, the peace, the gentle love of all who have worn them, in service to the flame, in service to the divine, in service to the peace that flows like honey from the eternal source. You breathe with the flame, your breath matching its gentle flicker, your heartbeat following its warm pulse, your spirit dancing with its sacred light, feeling yourself becoming part of the temple, part of the flame, part of the eternal peace that dwells here. The bronze brazier itself is a work of art, crafted by master smiths, decorated with images of the sacred tree, of flowing water, of birds in flight, all symbols of life, of growth, of the soul's journey toward the light, toward the peace, toward the eternal home of perfect rest. You feel your eyelids growing heavy, your body relaxing completely, your mind becoming still as a windless pool. As the eternal flame burns before you, steady, warm, peaceful, carrying you deeper into rest, deeper into peace, deeper into the sacred sleep where ancient Elam dreams eternal dreams. The temple seems to expand around you, growing larger, more spacious, more filled with peace, as if the walls themselves are breathing, growing, opening to contain your expanding sense of calm, of rest, of perfect safety in the presence of eternal flame. Incense burners line the walls, their carved surfaces telling stories, their bronze depths holding the memory of countless offerings, countless prayers, countless moments when the faithful came to find peace, to find blessing, to find the eternal rest that flows from the divine flame, like golden honey, like liquid light, like the very essence of perfect peace. The flame whispers to you in a language older than words, speaking of constancy, of faithfulness, of the eternal promise that light will always overcome darkness, that warmth will always overcome cold, that peace will always overcome turmoil. In the sacred space, in the blessed time, in the holy presence of divine love, you understand now why the ancient Elamites treasured this flame, protected it, devoted their lives to its care. It was not just fire, but hope made visible, not just light, but love made manifest, not just warmth, but the very presence of the divine, dwelling among mortals, blessing their days, sanctifying their nights, keeping peace alive in their hearts. The golden light fills your vision, your consciousness, your very being, transforming you, blessing you, carrying you into the realm where sacred fire burns eternal, where peace flows like rivers, where the ancient gods of Elam still tend their flame, still bless their people, still offer the gift of perfect rest to all who approach with open hearts, with peaceful spirits, with souls ready for the deepest sleep, the most blessed dreams, the eternal peace of sacred fire. Chapter 5. Dreaming in the Stone Halls. You rise from before the eternal flame, feeling its warmth still glowing in your heart, its light still shining in your eyes, its peace still flowing through your veins like golden honey, like liquid starlight, like the very essence of divine tranquility. You move deeper into the temple, following passages carved from living rock, corridors that lead into the heart of the sacred mountain, into the most holy places, where only the most devoted, the most peaceful, the most ready for perfect rest are welcomed. The stone beneath your feet is smooth, worn by countless pilgrims, countless priests, countless souls who walked this path before you, seeking the same peace, finding the same rest, discovering the same eternal sanctuary. In the deepest chambers of the sacred mountain, of the holy temple, of the divine heart, the walls around you are covered with reliefs so detailed, so beautiful, so filled with love, that they seem to move in the flickering light, telling stories, sharing wisdom, offering blessings to all who walk these hallowed halls with open hearts, with peaceful spirits, with souls ready for the deepest dreams. You see carved images of the Elamite paradise, gardens where time stands still, rivers that flow with liquid light, mountains where gods and mortals rest together in perfect harmony, in endless peace, in the eternal Sabbath, where all work is finished, all striving ended, all souls at rest. The corridors branch and wind, leading to different chambers, different sanctuaries, different spaces for prayer, for meditation, for the gentle sleep of souls who have found their way home, to the source, to the center, to the perfect peace that dwells at the heart of all sacred spaces. You choose a passage that feels especially welcoming, especially peaceful, especially blessed. The stones seem to glow with their own inner light, guiding your steps, supporting your journey, blessing your passage into the deeper peace, the more perfect rest, the eternal sanctuary of sacred sleep. The ceiling above you is carved with stars, constellations, celestial patterns that mirror the night sky, but more perfect, more peaceful, more eternal. These stone stars will never fade, never dim, never cease their blessing of light, of beauty, of the eternal peace that flows from the divine source. You come to a chamber, circular, spacious, filled with the most profound peace you have ever felt. The walls curve gently upward, creating a dome overhead, like the vault of heaven, like the embrace of eternity, like the perfect shelter of divine love. In the center of the chamber, a raised platform covered with soft cushions, woven by master craftsmen, dyed with colors that even in darkness seem to glow. Deep blues, warm golds, gentle greens, all colors of peace, of rest, of the eternal calm that dwells at the heart of sacred space. You approach the platform slowly, feeling the increasing peace, the deepening calm, the growing sense of perfect safety, perfect welcome, perfect readiness for the most blessed rest, the most peaceful sleep, the most divine dreams. The cushions are filled with herbs, lavender, chamomile, dried petals of flowers that bloom only in sacred gardens, only in blessed spaces, only in the presence of divine peace. Their fragrance rises gently, calming your mind, relaxing your body, preparing your spirit for the deepest rest. You lie down on the cushions, feeling their soft support, their gentle embrace, their loving welcome. The platform seems to conform to your body, supporting every curve, every angle, every need for perfect comfort, perfect rest, perfect peace. Above you, the stone dome is carved with scenes of the eternal rest, souls sleeping peacefully, angels watching over dreamers, gods blessing the sleep of their beloved children, all reminding you, all promising you, all guaranteeing you that you are safe, protected, loved in this most sacred space. The stone beneath the cushions has been warmed by the temple's eternal flame, by centuries of sacred fire, by the endless flow of divine love. It radiates gentle heat, perfect warmth, like sleeping on the heart of the earth, like resting in the palm of God, like being cradled by the very source of peace. You close your eyes and feel the presence of ancient sleepers, priests who rested here after long days of service, pilgrims who found peace after arduous journeys, souls who discovered the deepest rest in the deepest place of the sacred mountain, of the holy temple, of the divine heart. Their dreams seem to linger in the air, gentle, peaceful, beautiful, dreams of gardens in eternal bloom, of rivers flowing with light, of music that never ends, of the perfect peace that awaits all souls who seek, who find, who rest in a presence of divine love. The chamber fills with the sound of gentle breathing, not your own, but the breath of the temple itself, of the mountain, of the very earth, breathing slowly, deeply, peacefully, in perfect rhythm with the eternal flame, with the sacred fire, with the divine heartbeat that pulses at the center of all creation. You feel your own breathing matching this ancient rhythm, slow, deep, peaceful. Each breath carrying away all tension, all worry, all anything that is not perfect peace. Each exhale releasing you, freeing you, opening you to the deepest rest, the most blessed sleep, the most divine dreams. The stone walls seem to pulse gently, like a heart, like breathing, like the eternal rhythm of divine love, expanding and contracting. In perfect time with your own breath, your own heartbeat, your own journey into the deepest peace. Carved into the walls, you see scenes of the Elamite afterlife, souls resting in beautiful gardens, spirits dancing in circles of light, the blessed sleeping peacefully, under the protection of loving gods, in the eternal safety of divine embrace, of perfect peace. These carvings were made by artists who understood the deepest truths, who knew the greatest secrets, who had themselves experienced the perfect peace, the blessed rest, the divine sleep that they carved into stone for all future souls to see, to know, to enter. You feel yourself becoming part of these carvings, part of these stories, part of the eternal narrative of souls finding rest, finding peace, finding home in the sacred spaces of divine love, of eternal flame, of perfect peace. The chamber seems to rock gently, like a cradle, like a boat on a calm sea, like the eternal motion of divine love, carrying you, supporting you, blessing you, as you sink deeper into peace, into rest, into the sacred sleep of the holy mountain, of the blessed temple, of the divine heart. Ancient inscriptions cover every surface, prayers written in stone, blessings carved in rock, words of peace, words of rest, words of the deepest love, all speaking to you, all welcoming you, all promising you that here in this sacred space you will find the rest you have always sought, the peace you have always needed, the love you have always deserved. The eternal flame's light seems to grow softer, more gentle, more perfect for sleeping eyes, for resting hearts, for souls ready to dream the most beautiful dreams in the most sacred space, under the protection of the most loving gods. You feel the presence of Inshushinak, the great protector, watching over your rest, blessing your sleep, guarding your James, ensuring that nothing can disturb your peace, can break your rest, can diminish the perfect safety of this sacred chamber, of this holy space, of this divine embrace. The cushions seem to enfold you like clouds, like water, like the very arms of peace, supporting your body, cradling your spirit, embracing your soul, as you sink deeper into the stone halls, into the sacred mountain, into the very heart of eternal peace. And the temple breathes around you, slow, deep, peaceful. Its ancient stones, its sacred spaces, its eternal flame, all participating in your rest, in your peace, in your journey. Into the deepest sleep, the most blessed dreams, the perfect peace that dwells forever in the stone halls of the sacred temple of divine love. Chapter 6. Dawn over Shush. You rest now in the deepest chamber of the sacred temple, your body cradled by ancient stones, your spirit embraced by eternal peace, your soul dwelling in the very heart of divine love, of perfect rest, of the blessed sleep that heals all wounds, soothes all sorrows, brings all souls home. But even as you sleep, even as you dream, The world above continues its ancient dance, its eternal rhythm, its sacred cycle of night giving way to day, of darkness yielding to light, of rest preparing for gentle awakening. High above, beyond the temple, beyond the ziggurat, beyond the sacred gardens, the first hint of dawn begins to touch the horizon, soft, gentle, like a whisper of light, like the breath of morning, like the first word of a new prayer, a new blessing, a new day, born from the womb of peaceful night. The sky lightens slowly, gradually, from deep indigo to purple, like a flower opening, like a smile spreading, like a gentle face of divine love, welcoming the world to another day of beauty, of peace, of sacred time. But you remain sleeping, deeply, peacefully, safely, in the stone halls of the sacred temple. Your dreams are filled with the beauty you have witnessed, the peace you have felt, the love you have received. From the ancient gods, from the eternal flame, from the very stones that cradle your rest, you dream of the ziggurat glowing in the early light, its stepped sides climbing toward heaven, its ancient bricks reflecting the colors of dawn, rose, gold, amber, like a mountain made of light, made of peace, made of the crystallized prayers of countless faithful hearts. In your dreams, you see the potter's workshop, awakening with the dawn, the wheel beginning to turn, gentle hands shaping clay, creating beauty, creating vessels to hold the gifts of the earth, the blessings of the gods, the peace that flows like honey, like water, like light through all creation. You dream of the sacred gardens, touched by morning dew, their leaves sparkling like diamonds, their flowers opening to greet the sun, their fruits growing sweet in the gentle warmth of blessed daylight. Gardeners move among the plants, tending, caring, loving, continuing the work that began with the first Elamite farmers, that continues in your dreams, that will continue forever in the eternal garden of divine love. The music of reeds continues in your dreams, joined now by the songs of birds, awakening in the date palms, in the fruit trees, in the sacred groves. Their voices blend, creating a symphony, a celebration, a morning prayer of gratitude, of joy, of the perfect peace that flows from divine love into all creation, into all hearts, into all dreams. Above the sleeping city of Shush, the sun rises slowly, painting the mud brick houses, the workshop roofs, the garden walls, with gentle gold, with warm amber, with the blessed light that has greeted this land for thousands of years, will greet it for thousands more, eternal, constant, faithful, like divine love itself. But you remain in the deep peace, of sacred sleep, your consciousness dwelling in the realm of dreams, where time moves differently, where space expands infinitely, where the ancient gods of Elam still rule with love, still bless with peace, still offer the perfect rest to all souls who seek their sanctuary, their temple, their eternal home. In your dreams, you are not alone, but surrounded by the peaceful spirits of all who have found rest in this sacred place. Kings and farmers, priests and artisans, mothers and children, all sleeping peacefully, all dreaming beautifully, all dwelling together in the eternal peace of divine love, of sacred rest, of blessed sleep. The eternal flame continues to burn in your dreams, in the temple, in your heart, steady, warm, peaceful, casting its gentle light on scenes of perfect beauty, perfect harmony, perfect peace, where souls rest without worry, without fear, without anything but the deepest love, the purest peace, the most blessed rest. Your breathing becomes even deeper, even slower, even more peaceful, matching the breath of the sleeping mountain, of the dreaming temple, of the eternal flame that burns not just in bronze braziers, but in the hearts of all who find true peace, true rest, true home in the sacred spaces of divine love. The dawn light grows stronger, painting the ziggurat in shades of gold, of rose, of warm amber. But in the stone halls, in the sacred chamber, in the deepest place of perfect peace, there is only the gentle darkness of blessed rest, the soft shadows of divine embrace, the eternal twilight of sacred sleep. Pilgrims begin to arrive, as they have for thousands of years, walking the ancient paths, climbing the sacred mountain, seeking the peace that you have found, seeking the rest that cradles you now, seeking the love that embraces you always in the eternal temple of divine peace. But their footsteps, their voices, their prayers all fade into the distance, into the gentle background of eternal peace, like waves lapping softly on distant shores, like wind whispering gently through peaceful trees, like time itself flowing softly past the island of perfect rest, where you dwell in sacred sleep, in blessed dreams, in eternal peace. The sun climbs higher, warming the earth, blessing the gardens, illuminating the ziggurat, bringing life, bringing light, bringing the gentle energy of a new day. But you remain in the timeless realm of sacred rest, where dawn and dusk merge into one eternal moment of perfect peace, of blessed sleep, of divine love. Workers arrive at the pottery workshops, lighting their kilns, preparing their clay, beginning another day of creation, of beauty, of service, but their work feels like part of your dreams, like scenes or poems in the lap, where a net makes sense and the light flickers. You feel soft, warm, and welcome. From a beautiful story that unfolds around you while you rest in perfect peace, in blessed sleep, in eternal love. Children's voices can be heard in the distance, playing, laughing, learning, growing, in the gentle light of sacred morning. But their joy becomes part of your peaceful dreams. Their laughter becomes the music of your rest. Their happiness becomes the blessing that surrounds your sleep with even deeper peace, even greater love, even more perfect rest. The irrigation channels continue their gentle flow, carrying water, carrying life, carrying the eternal gift of the Quran River to every corner of the sacred land. But their sound becomes the lullaby of your dreams. Their rhythm becomes the pulse of your perfect peace. Their blessing becomes the current that carries you deeper into rest, deeper into peace, deeper into the eternal love that dwells. No, in the sacred chambers of the divine heart, merchants arrive with their caravans, carrying goods from distant lands, spices, silks, precious stones, all offerings to the prosperity of ancient Elam. But their presence feels distant, dreamlike, part of the beautiful tapestry that surrounds your rest, without disturbing it, without breaking it, without anything but adding to the peace, to the beauty, to the perfect safety of your sacred sleep. The ziggurat catches the full light of the rising sun, its ancient bricks glowing like honey, like amber, like crystallized light. Each level, each step, each sacred space illuminated, blessed, sanctified by the eternal dance of sun and stone, of light and love, of time and peace. But in the stone halls, in the sacred chamber, in the deepest place of perfect rest, the light is soft, gentle, filtered through stone, through time, through the loving protection of ancient gods who guard your sleep, who bless your dreams, who ensure your peace remains unbroken, undisturbed, eternal. The eternal flame continues to burn in the temple above, its light somehow reaching even into these deepest chambers, warming the stones, blessing the air, sanctifying the space where you rest in perfect peace, in blessed sleep, in the eternal embrace of divine love. Your dreams deepen, becoming more beautiful, more peaceful, more filled with the gentle presence of ancient Elam. You walk in dream gardens, where flowers bloom in perpetual spring, where fruits ripen in eternal abundance, where water flows in endless blessing, all under skies of perfect blue, under sun of gentle gold, under the protection of loving gods. In your dreams, you understand the secret wisdom of the Elamites, their knowledge that peace is not a destination, but a dwelling place, not a feeling, but a way of being, not a moment, but an eternity that exists in every breath, in every heartbeat, in every moment of surrender to the sacred, to the divine, to the perfect love that surrounds and fills and blesses all creation. The stone chamber seems to breathe with your dreams, expanding, contracting, pulsing gently like a heart, like a womb, like the very source of all peace, all rest, creating the perfect environment for the deepest sleep, the most blessed dreams, the most perfect peace. And so you rest in the stone halls of the sacred temple, your body cradled by ancient stone, your spirit embraced by eternal peace, your soul dwelling in the very heart of divine love, where the ancient gods of Elam still rule, still bless, still offer the perfect gift of eternal rest, eternal peace, eternal love. Epilogue: the eternal rest. And so you sleep deeply, peacefully, eternally in the stone halls of the sacred temple, your dreams filled with the beauty, the peace, the love of ancient Elam. The ziggurat stands eternal above you, its stones singing silently their wordless song of peace, of rest, of the perfect love that built them, that blessed them, that dwells within them forever. The potter's wheels turn gently in the workshops of memory, creating vessels of beauty, of peace, to hold the dreams of sleeping souls, the rest of peaceful hearts, the love of divine blessing. The sacred gardens bloom eternal in the realm of perfect peace, their flowers opening forever, their fruits ripening always, their waters flowing endlessly, carrying the blessing of eternal rest to all souls who dwell in sacred sleep. The eternal flame burns forever in the temple of your heart, warming your dreams, lighting your rest, blessing your peace with the love that never dims, never fades, never ends, but burns eternal in the sacred chambers of divine love. The music of reeds plays on in the gentle air of blessed dreams, carrying melodies of perfect peace, of eternal rest, of the love that surrounds and fills and blesses all souls who find their way home, to the sacred mountain, to the holy temple, to the eternal peace of divine love. And the dawn spreads gently over the ancient land, but you remain in the timeless realm of sacred rest, where night and day merge into one eternal moment of perfect peace, of blessed sleep, of divine love. Sleep now, deeply, peacefully, eternally, in the stone halls of the sacred temple, where the ancient gods of Elam watch over your dreams, your rest, your perfect, eternal peace. The whispers of ancient Elam continue, soft, gentle, eternal, carrying you, blessing you, loving you, into the deepest, most peaceful, most beautiful sleep of sacred, eternal, divine rest. Sleep and dream of ziggurat, of gardens, of sacred flame, of the perfect peace that dwells forever in the stone halls of the eternal temple of divine, infinite, eternal love. Peace, 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 eternal peace, sacred peace, divine peace, flowing like honey, like light, like the very breath of sleeping gods, into your heart, into your dreams, into your perfect, eternal, blessed rest. Thank you for walking with us through the ancient echoes of Elam. May the calm of the story stay with you, guiding you toward a night of rest and gentle dreams. If this journey spoke to your heart, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts or suggestions in the comments. We truly value your presence here. Until our next story, may peace and stillness be with you always. Good night.